Hot topic, very important conversation we're going to have today is how pay to win is Marvel Future Revolution. Is this game completely free-to-play friendly? Can free-to-play players keep up with the mega Krakens? Joining with me is DM Casey Darth Microtransaction. What's up, my guy?
I'm way over here.
Well, you were going like this. Oh boy. So we've kind of taken a little different approach to this game, and we have different experiences, but I think we're coming to the same conclusions on a lot of topics with this. And so I don't think it's that far off and no surprise that this game is heavily pay to win. Let's talk about that first. How pay to win heavy is this game once you get to Endgame? What would you say the percentage of the game is PvP content versus PvE?
I would say it's like recursively pay to win. Like it gets more expensive the higher up you are. So in order to get that last piece, as you know, it's way less of a chance than getting the first three pieces, right? And it's same with the nano fusions and all. I mean, the nano fusions are like, now you got to spend God knows how much money if you really want to compete with all that. But that being said, they changed the monetizations a little bit this morning as a fact. So it's a little bit better than it used to be. But yeah, it's pretty pay to win.
So in some games, it's super expensive, and just like you were saying, is getting that last 2% costs a lot more, and then it gets super expensive. And some people would even say that making it insanely expensive is actually kind of free to play friendly. Like if you want to spend $20,000 to get a 1 or 2% advantage over another player, go for it, right? Would you say it's set up like that? Or I mean, because like the cheap offers are the ones that hurt free-to-play players the most. You know what I'm talking about?
It's a fair question. So that is a good topic because let's see. If they make it easier and cheaper and free to play is not going to be spending money anyway, is the gap between where people are spending money and the people who are not spending money widening? I can understand that. Where it matters is whether or not they're offering offers for gems as well. If they only offer them for flat cash, we know for a fact it's locking out free to play from having them being accessible. Right. However, with the swap of things like the potential, supply drops for 500 crystals, etc., instead of being previously, I think it was like a $9 pack or something like that, it's more accessible.
That's probably the best pack in the game. One of the best packs. So the pack that Casey's talking about is 500 crystals, and you get basically 2 weeks the worth of potential, which is 200 potential. Because normally in game you only get there's 50 in one place and 50 in others, like 100. And what you need to know about potential is that to max out a character about 9,000 potential.
I don't know the number off the top of my head, so you're going to be close to that one.
And I think you can get about 3,000 by going through the story mode and completing your alts, and then you hit this or just going through the story mode rather, you get about 3,000. But then it comes to a screeching halt, and there's none left, and you get like 100 a week, and that's it. You know what I mean? It's just, and then you're just like, there's no more potential to get, and so there's this offer you can buy 3 a week, and basically you get 200 potential or 600 potential. And there's also someone was saying that the battle. I don't know if you saw this. The Battle Pass has 900 potential. It has 30 boxes of 30, and it's actually 900 in there when you get to level 48.
The Battle Pass is pretty good. The problem is the free-to-play Battle Pass, since we're talking free-to-play.
Oh, yeah, there's none in there. Yeah.
It's literally trash. I mean, it's one of the worst Battle Passes for free-to-play I've seen in any game, to be fair. Right. But there is you also get potential report boxes from doing some of the epic missions.
Okay.
So you can now, with the new moving system, like for instance, Sakaar progress mission number 24, Beast of Battle, right? Mission reward 50 potential reports. I think there's a total of 1,020 potential report boxes you get from leveling alts. So, or from single alt anyway. So I believe that what you can do also is, since we're talking about potential, is when you level alts, store and swap boxes with the change. So that's one way to do it too. But it's a little off topic because the point is the free to play to PvP, and we're kind of gaining the potential here. And I want to say that there's been a few people who have managed to do free to play successfully in the top ranks. I know when I was posting my video where I kind of gave the game a stamp saying this game's pay to win, and I do still believe that it is pay to win. I don't think we can really argue that it's not. But
I don't think anybody's going to say that it's not pay to win. By the way, I just want to get. Why don't we just stipulate that early? The game is so heavily pay to win. Yeah, but I think there's a way to compete. Absolutely.
Smartly and by playing a lot. I can't take it away from the people. And Rimonix pointed out, and then one other person who was free to play made a comment as well, pointed out in the comments of my video saying, hey, there's this person who I think it was like WikiWolf or something.
So WikiWolf, I run with him every day in Dark Zone, and I run with him also in Special Ops every day. So this is somebody I know.
This is perfect.
This is the reason why I wanted to talk about this. Is like my alliance has all of these free to play players. All of these players, I call myself a min-maxer. Do I need to explain what that means? Like I'll spend a little bit of money. Like I've spent
minimum effort, maximum efficiency.
Yeah, so I'm a min-maxer. I've spent about $200. I've got a 900K Iron Man. I'm running with other 900 and million K min-maxers and or free-to-play players. And WikiWolf he's a million Black Widow, right? And he's wrecking nerds all day long. And so there is a way of playing this game without spending money and keeping up. And that's why I was pulling up, my ranking for the week. I'll finish in the top 100 and everything. Am I going to finish in the top 1, the top 5, top 10? Absolutely not. Not even close. We could talk about that too, because you're having the same experience that I'm having with your Storm that I'm having with my Iron Man. Is when you go up against somebody that's at 1.4 million. What happens? You get one shot. Yeah. And so I'll give you an example. There was a 1.4 million Iron Man, Tony Halfsand, good friend of both of ours, right? And we queued up inside of Duel, and I've got a 900K Iron Man, and he's got a 1.4 million. He's
got full Rise of the East for the people that don't know.
And who knows how much he spent on the game. That's not what this is about, but a lot of money. And he wanted to give me the win. And so he turned off auto. I attacked him and his carry went dodge, did no damage. And then it auto basic attacked me to death back at me, and I just died with a basic attack. Can you imagine?
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, but to be fair, I think we're putting a lot of leniency here on the parts of the game that have the utmost difference in power for WoW versus free to play. There's no argument that Dimension Duel is going to be the worst experience and the biggest gap of power. Like when you walk into Dimension Duel, it's directly, am I stronger than this person? Yes or no. Omega War, I have only lost one battle since launch of the game on my free to play account. It's been amazing. We sit here in the streams and I'm getting carried by other people. I mean, I'm contributing, but not as much as basically anyone else on my team. So it's completely possible to win. Now, I'm not going to place high in the rankings because my individual score, but I'm getting 750 squad rank a win. I'm getting the Omega points to win. There's currently an Omega War event going on. The events that are out now are way better than they used to be back in the day.
Oh boy, there's a regional piece in that SIF event. It's kind of hard to get, but there's a regional piece in that SIF event, which is amazing, right?
People are complaining that you have to get 100 kills to do this. It's like, yes, I will grind for that. You don't understand. It's literally not possible to get that piece of gear. You're free to play. How? You explain to me how you're going to.
You're not getting it through sim. You're not getting it through sim particles. I mean, or a special ops box. It's very low. It's a big deal. 1
in 400 was my drop rate from regional boxes, by the way.
Yeah, so I think the point that we're coming to the conclusion is that the game is pay to win, but not all the game modes matter, right? I mean, and first of all,
absolutely not.
I'm running through Blitz. This mode right here does it. You could do this free to play, 100%. You're going to be able to
auto it.
You can auto it free to play. Yeah, I mean, and there's so much of the game that is not that where it doesn't matter. It's just certain parts of it absolutely do, and it's like if you want to be the best, it gets super steep. And the way that I would say this is that you got this curve of what happens is a spender jumps up real high and then it gets real thin, right? And it very slow. Where a free-to-play player is going to come up slowly and never quite catch up to them. But that gap from that initial spending. And I got to say, the gap is probably the widest right now. And as time goes on, if they don't introduce more progression systems, the gap between free to play or light spenders and the Krakens is going to get narrower and narrower.
Here's the thing. The progression system, they're going to sneak in the progression system by slowly adding in power creep with characters. So you'll want to build a new character, and the newest character will then counter the next strongest character, etc. We've seen this repeated in basically every mobile game in the history of mobile games. So this isn't a new, and I'm not a genius for realizing this, okay? It's just, this is what's going to happen. So we will see progression systems hidden within new content coming into the game. For instance, let's say the new invasion mode coming into the game is heavily leaning against magic. So you would need a magic build. Or it's not, this is a dumb example. It's probably not going to be that way, but it's just an idea. So that could be another gap. But again, I hate living in a speculative world.
Yeah.
As it is currently, the system is drastically better than it used to be. And if you're seeing it on the Omega Flight server, the oldest server with, in my opinion, the largest whales in the world, because it was the only server you could play on. So everyone in the entire world.
Every Kraken showed up in the world. Yeah. Anybody they didn't care about buying VPNs, whatever, everybody showed up. All the Kraken
Everyone showed up. And then on top of that, if you're a hardcore player, you're still playing from there, right? So you're seeing the most extreme. And not only are you seeing the most extreme, but you're seeing the most extreme free-to-play people, because in order to compete with them, you have to have been grinding all the time. And that's what people don't understand. There's a lot of rewards you can get just by playing this game. A lot. So when people sit down and say, I'm stuck, I can't progress, or I can't get better, I can't get better gear, it's like, yes, you can. It literally takes thousands of pieces, but there's always something you can do in the game. You're not stuck. There is something you can do.
And even the amount of power that you get from doing your alts up till, it's interesting. It's like people will say, I've seen this comment before, and I kind of wanted to clap back at him. It's like, oh, I can't compete with the Krakens. And well, you know what? All the Krakens have 140 squad power. Like, they've done all their alts, and you're at 80. You've not worked on anything but your main. Of course. Well, what did you expect? You know what I mean? If you're not willing to put the time in, at least leveling your alts and things like that, you're not going to compete. I mean, the Krakens are committed to not only spending money but also time. And I think there's a player out there that doesn't want to spend any time or any money, and they're complaining a lot, and that's not a good place to be in.
There's always a reason you lost. I mean, the thing is, I'm playing on free to play right now. I'm level 92. I'm taking my time. I'm playing Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's on my main. I beat LaFay, what people say is the hardest boss fight, right, for story for people that are new to the game. I beat it with 162,000 power, no revives, only 19 potions used, no enhancer traits, and like, you can do it, You can do it. Like, I'm doing it. Everyone can do it. So it's possible. And the game, we should say again, is pay to win, not pay to enjoy. Like, there's so much you can do in this game.
Right.
That's actually fun. And the PvE is fair. The PvE is fair. You can get in there, and people are going to do more damage and all that. But doing more damage does not give you better chance to roll better stuff. It's the same chance to get those badges. So.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, I got to say this, that all the PvE content is absolutely free to play. Where people are going to get hit the hardest is in Dimension Duel, without a doubt. Special Operations is 100% free to play friendly.
I'm like rank 51 on my free to play on that.
Yeah, and I haven't ran mine today, and I will rank. I'm going to be in the top 100. I haven't ran mine today. Battle Challenge is PvE. Free-to-play players not going to have a hard time with that. A Mega War is grindy. A free-to-play player can just go in a bunch of times until they get a good score, right? It's matchmaking, right?
You can do it as many times as you would like.
And then Dark Zone is basically about being coordinated with your alliance. And you can get
carried in Dark Zone.
You can get carried in Dark Zone. So this game, other than Dimension Duel, I really don't think this game is that unfair to free-to-play or min-maxers versus Krakens. I really don't.
Honestly, when you break it down like that, it's kind of hard to argue, because I'm sitting there trying to think, I like to play devil's advocate, right? So I'm sitting here like, how can I counter that point? And it's like, dude, you really can't. I mean, Dimension Duel, I would say, is frustrating, because you can look up and see it's 1,600 points to get free 5-star, 1,900 to get free 6-star. Yeah. And it's like, these people are gating me out of these resources. And yes, they are, but they're not gating you out of getting a 6-star or 5-star. I mean, you're going to get it one way or another. You're just not spending the thousands of dollars they are. You have more money in your bank. That's what you have on them.
And how much do we want to speculate on how much money some of these people have spent? I can't even imagine.
I know how much, and I know they don't care. I know a guy that spent $45,000 in the game so far, and then he quit the game.
Yeah, I just want to put people out there, put that out there. There are people that have spent tens of thousands of dollars already on this game.
I spent 5,000.
And I think you spent 5,000, I spent a couple hundred, and how disappointed would they be if they did not have an advantage? Think about that for a second.
And my advantage isn't even great. Get this right, guys.
Yeah, I know. I don't think they're getting that much. I don't think they're getting that much.
I got one shot.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they're getting that much for that much money, to be honest with you. And so it's like, okay, if they wanna delete people in Dimension Duel and that's it, that's cool, I guess. If they want to get 70 kills in a Mega War, that's cool, I guess. But I don't know. All right.
So you spent a couple $100. I spent $5,000. We both got one shot by the exact same person.
Yeah, but I can still sometimes in the Mega War, I'm that guy too. You know what I mean? Like where I get 40 something kills. Sometimes, it depends on the matchmaking, right? It's all about that. So anyways, head over to DM's channel. You guys, you're killing it right now. I'm sure everybody's already seen that. And we're going to do another video over there talking about something different. All right, anything you want to say before we go?
Thanks for having me on. I gotta say,
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe for a free 6-star in your next poll.
Yeah, a triple.
This is not a scam.
This is not a scam. Oh my god, I don't even do that. I got to do that more. I keep forgetting to do it.
Bring it back, man.
I should bring it back. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.